welcome to Sports Women Connect. My name is Regina, your host. As we continue with our program on Sports Women Connect, we'll talk about what coaches need to know about motivating female athletes. I'll be speaking with the two-time Uganda Sports Press Association Female Rugby Player of the Year 2015 and 2017. Samiya Ayikoru, you're most welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I'm so honored to have you today.
You're welcome.
And congratulations upon these very prestigious awards.
Thank you very much, Regina.
Now, tell us a bit more about yourself before we even talk about this. Just tell us a bit more about yourself.
Well, I'm Samiya Ayikoru, and rugby player, not only rugby player. I've done a couple of sports before, like badminton, athletics, netball. Yes. But I specified to rugby.
Why rugby? Why rugby? You're so small. Why rugby?
I started rugby when I was small, very small, smaller than this actually.
How old were you back then?
I was 7 years.
Okay.
I started with tag rugby, but I wasn't so into the game. Yeah. I was just playing for fun because I've seen my fellows playing the game. I was like, let me also go and play. Okay. I wasn't so concentrated. So after some years, I joined Chambogo College. Okay. That was my senior one. It had no female rugby team, but it had a boys team. Okay. So I could play along with them because I knew how to swing that ball from experience from tag. Yes. So I could join. Okay. So say, should I join? Like, it's okay, you can join. Okay. So when I started the real game, that was contact, they introduced me to contact, and I could play amongst the boys. Who introduced you to contact? There was a sports teacher. Yes. He's called Alan. Okay. And currently he's playing for Heathens Rugby Club. Okay. So he introduced me. I was like, you can join in with the boys. So he encouraged me to join one of the clubs, and I decided to join Chadondo Rugby Club because it was nearer to my home and school, so I could easily connect through. Yes. Just walk down and walk back home. Yes. So I started playing the game. My first coach, the late Mr. Jim Park, was my first coach. And he was my coach too. Do really? You know that? Yes. Oh my God. An amazing gentleman. May his soul rest in peace. Amen. So the only thing he used to tell me was to hold that ball and run. Then I didn't know a lot of the rules and that govern the sport. But he didn't teach me much about that. He just said, get the ball, run. And look for that try area. Okay. So that's the only thing I used to do. And the tackling, because I have seen you tackle and I'm like, oh my God. The tackling, he put me in that position that you have to do something and never give up. Yes. However hard it is, you have to do it. So my experience with the boys, they could hit me hard, and without still, and still I could get up without even a sorry. Yeah. So that's how I got stronger and braver. And so when he taught me, I joined the game. I started playing the contact part with the Eagles. It was the younger team of Thunderbirds. Okay. So my first game was with Sharks. Right now it's... was it under 19 category? It was under 19, yeah. Okay. Right now they are called the Entebbe Ladies. Okay. But we were still young. We were still young. You're playing within your category. Yes, you're playing with category, your peers, so it was okay. So it was okay. Yeah. But I was more harder. Because you had been you had been pushing with the boys. Yeah. Okay. So when we play those games, we went into more games, more tournaments. Yes. My first award that I won was MVP of the tournament. I remember it was offered by Chadondo Rugby Club.
Okay. And how old were you then?
I was around 12, 13.
12?
Yes.
Okay.
So again.
And how did you feel? How did you feel like winning an award at that age, at 12?
It was a motivation for me. Because I'd got something and it gave me more morale to continue. I can actually get something more, yeah. So I worked hard, I worked more and more. Then I won the upcoming award still.
Upcoming Player of the Year?
Yes, upcoming Player of the Year. That gave me more expectations, more expectations. So I was like, actually there's some more things.
There's something bigger.
Yes.
There has to be something bigger.
Yes. So I was promoted to the bigger team, Thunderbirds. Yes.
Okay.
So I was the youngest player then. They kept me pushing.
You, the senior players?
Yes. Yeah. They could encourage me, do this, don't do this, go home early, you know.
Stay out of the club.
Yes. Whenever I could stick around there, like, it's time to go home. I could go home. I could come back the next time.
And how did that make you feel?
I felt normal. But then leaving my friends, chilling around, and then I go, I felt bad at some time.
You would feel bad, but they were caring for you.
Yes. They cared for me, and they saved me from a lot. So I grew up and life went on, but then I kept on with the hard work. I was called for the national team. That was 2014 sevens, international sevens. Yeah. I think they were qualifiers, something like that.
Yes, the World Cup qualifiers.
Yes.
In South Africa?
No, before South Africa.
Okay.
I think there were African women's sevens, something like that. So I went for the trainings. We did the trainings. I had the qualifications to be on the team, but because of the age, they couldn't allow me. I was too young.
Eligibility.
Yes.
Yes.
So they told me, you've not made it on the team because of...
Because you're still young.
Yes, because of age.
And it's a seniors tournament.
Yeah. So I was like, it's okay. The coach was like, it's okay, you can make it next year, what. I was like, okay. I kept on. Yeah. They called me again, 2015. Still 14, but 15s, the 15 category, yes. That was Ogon Cup.
First, hold on. How do you feel playing the sevens and playing the 15s? What is your take on both versions of the sport before we carry on?
I find sevens more easier because you're not so much in the contact. Yeah. My body is small. Yeah. And when they hit you every time you get tired. So I find sevens easier, but then I'm also flexible for 15s.
What would you say about 15s that is not for sevens?
15s involves too much contact compared to sevens, and it's more slower.
But it takes more players.
Yes, it takes more players. Even the slowest person when you're running, even the one who is tired can tackle you. Yes.
Yes, they can actually get up and attempt to do something.
Yeah.
So you were called for the 15s?
Yes, I was called for the 15s. And yes, I trained and I qualified. Yes. I made it on the team, actually. I was mentioned on the team. Yeah. But then they were like, no, she's still young, what, she can't play. But then she can travel with us and see what's on ground. So I traveled with the team and I watched. I
from the sideline.
From the sideline, I was like, oh my God, I could do that. I could do this.
I could have done this.
Yeah, they could have done something like that. So I could. But then again, I was called 2015 for the sevens.
And your heart went up again?
Yes. Then I was like, now I have to play. Even if I'm 17, even if I'm 16, I have to play. I trained hard. I made it on the team. That was South Africa qualifiers.
World Cup
qualifiers. We were the 7th position. I played the game. I felt, yeah, this is what they've been telling me about. I played all my best. I gave in all my best. Then
and on returning home,
on return, I was welcomed. I was like, you are really a good player.
How did that make you feel?
I felt
special.
Wow. I felt wow. I got motivated. I got inspired. I felt that special star in me, and I was like okay,
a celeb.
Yes, there is still more to come. I have to work more.
But you told me earlier before we got on set that you were your confidence was very low while receiving this award.
Yeah, I was nervous.
You were overwhelmed.
I was overwhelmed. I didn't expect it. But then when I got home, they were like, get this. You deserve it.
Yes.
So I was like, okay, I have to receive it. Yeah, I was like, I'm not stopping on this. There's still more. There's still more to come.
There's always room at the top.
Yes. So I continued. It didn't go well in 2016. Well, I don't remember the reasons, but it didn't go well for me. But then I got into the game 2017. I was like, I have to play like I usually do.
And how were you balancing between school and rugby at the time?
At the time, I could use my evenings for sports.
Yes.
And then if it's a classroom, it's class time, I have to revise maybe after sports, after my trainings, I go back revise. Yeah.
And what are you doing right now with yourself?
Right now, I completed my Form 6 in 2016.
Yes.
16. So I got a job in 2017. I was working at Broward.
Yes.
Because of fees. My parents were like, no, we don't have fees, we don't have this, we don't have this. So I had to find the way to get my fees. So I had to look for a job and work and get the fees. So I worked hard. I worked and worked. The year ended and I was like, next year I'm joining. But still the money wasn't enough. Yes. I saved, yes, but the money was still not enough. So here
you're still waiting for an opportunity.
Yes, so an opportunity to, if anyone is there, that opportunity.
If there's an opportunity.
If there is an opportunity for me,
to get back in school.
Yes, I'll be ready to.
You'd love to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. So 2017.
2017, yeah, I won again the 2017 USPA award. Recently, I was handed it to.
It was handed to you.
It was handed over to me. Yeah.
How did that make you feel? I mean, you didn't do very well in 2016. You would have said, you know what?
Yeah, but
it's the
that
end of
motivation that there is still more.
Yeah.
There was still more. I didn't give up, and I never give up, no matter what.
Keep that. It's very, very important.
I never give up.
Even with school, as we're talking now, somebody is watching, somebody is listening, and I am telling you, something will give. Yeah, something. Don't never ever lose hope. That is all you got. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now, what are some of the general principles to take into account during training, or especially for rugby players, female rugby players, in terms of coaching?
In terms of coaching, right now we have few women coaches, rugby coaches. We have like one, but there are potential ones that still don't know how to start. Yeah. What should I do?
They need guidance.
Yes, they need guidance. Mentorship. Yeah. But the coaching right now is not that so good compared to other.
When you started, or compared to when you started.
Yes.
I don't know, because compared you spoke about the late James Park and how he was such a good coach. When you compare what you have now and then what do you see?
What I have now is not what I used to have before, because I don't have that motivation, that coach that can tell me, Samiya, you can do this, Samiya, you can do. Instead, I have this person who is discouraging me. Someone is better than you, instead of telling me, you're doing great, you're not, these are your, this is your strength, this is your weakness. I don't have someone like that, like the late Jim Park, because he used to tell you, you can do this. Even if you can't, even if you see you can't do that, but he could tell you, you can do this, and he could tell you, this is wrong, and this is right. But then, by a coach who tells you, you're playing bullshit, you're playing, it discourages you.
I think I get it from where you're coming from. I do get it, because research has shown that a key element to motivate female athletes is a positive relationship to their coach and other team members. Yes, true. And females want to know that their coaches care about them in order to be motivated. Yes. They don't thrive with intimidation or negative yelling. Yes. And you just, you're just highlighting those things. Yes. How do you think this, how should we approach this? Because I mean, I don't know, you didn't play in the tournament this year. What happened?
No, I didn't. I had a little issues back then, and I didn't manage to, personal issues that I couldn't tell everyone, everyone to know. So I was like, I have to go for a rest. I have to rest this year. Time off. Yes, time off. Yeah. So some people had to create their own stories and say whatever that, but I kept mine for myself, and a good coach.
You're going to come back. You're going to come back. Stronger.
Expect a lot from me. Trust me, I'm going to come back as the Ayikoru, Samiya, knowing the stories you've had. Yeah. By I don't know who.
That is not important.
What is important is I'm coming back strong, as you know me.
And what advice do you have for coaches, when dealing with female athletes during training and competitions, in terms of motivation?
The women, they are too emotional. That's what I know. And when you tell her this, and more especially when you're a woman coach, she will say, maybe she doesn't like me. Maybe the coach is having some beef with me. But then, in actual sense, when you're a coach, you have to know what your player is.
One-on-one.
Yes, one-on-one. Okay. Don't say, you're rubbish. You're this in front of other players. Okay. When she has got a problem and you see she's not playing well, she's not connecting with you, call her. Tell her this, what is wrong. Ask her what she's really up to. Yeah. Then you find out the solution.
Together.
Together. There you connect in any way.
Because you need that connection.
You need that connection with the coach. To know what you really want as a player, and the coach needs to know
how to get you to that level.
That's how you can get good results. But yelling at a player does not make sense. Actually, when you're outside the pitch and the game is going on, you don't have to yell at a player because you've had your time coaching her. So she has to show you what you've been coaching.
On the field?
Yes, on the field. When it's break, that's when you can call her, tell her you're not doing this, you're doing otherwise. Yes. That's the way. We need that connection with the coaches, the motivators, to talk to us. You know, if you leave a player just like that, blank, and you don't tell her you're doing bad, and this is the way to go.
If you don't give them the right direction.
Yes, they will still do what you don't want, and it will turn up.
It will reflect badly on the whole team.
Yeah.
What really drives you?
Every game is rough, but the laws that govern it matter. We follow laws, and that leads to our safety, and we come out well. But what actually motivates me is I love the game.
Yes, the passion.
And yes, the passion. And there are some people, I call them role models. When that role model does something, I also want to do it.
Yeah.
When you look at Phil Pokorach, is my role model. When I see him, when I look at his ways, where he has reached, he has played for Kenya, he has played internationally, Samurai, he has gone to tournaments, and I'm like, I also want to go there.
You want to play like Phil?
Yes, I want to play like him.
Okay.
And it's like, that motivates me more to stick into the game. And also, I have a lot of mentors who talk, like maybe someone here keeps on telling me, you can do something. You can do something out of the game. You don't have to let go. You don't have to stop, slow down. You can always,
always give back in different capacities.
Yes.
You can become a coach. You can become, because first of all, you just said we don't have enough.
We don't have.
Coaches.
Right now, I have...
are you in line to do that?
I'm there. We are so few, and I want to be one of those.
Those few?
Yes.
Very good.
Right now, I've done my level 1 already, level 1 coaching, and I'm doing it. I'm still at a lower level, doing with tag, rugby, but then I still want to...
You want to get higher?
Coach, yes. Yeah. The bigger teams, and be.
You have a dream.
I know.
Dream bigger.
Thank you.
Dream bigger. There is always room at the top. Is what I'm going to keep telling you. There is always room at the top. Don't sit back and say, my circumstances are not going to help me. Oh, I'm from this kind of background. Oh, I don't have this. My education is not yet there. The education, at least you have the passion, and your timing. Everybody has their own timing. Yeah, so your timing is perfect. It will come. You'll be in university very soon. I am sure of that. Amen. I'm not promising, but I'm sure. I'm sure you're going to join university and you're going to make something out of it. Yeah. And if you had one wish, just one wish for girls and women in sport, what would that wish be?
The wish is for us to get the best coach that is going to take us for the World Cup.
You're talking about rugby?
Yes.
Okay.
That's my wish for the rugby.
How would you define a best coach? How would you define a best coach?
A best coach is the one who gives results. The one who is a mother to the players, who is a motivator, who is a mentor at the same time.
Could be a father.
Yeah, could be.
I'm just saying, I don't know. It could be a father.
And the one players can run to at all times.
Okay.
Not the one they could hide
from.
Yes, from. Could say, hey, that is the coach. Oh my God, I have to go. Yeah. Oh. Not that one.
You are very funny.
No.
And for other girls in other sports, because I know you're very passionate about rugby, so whatever gets to your head, it's of rugby. Course it's first rugby. What about the other girls who are playing other sports? What would be your advice to them? My advice to them, you know, they normally say
books before babies.
Yes.
I remember that.
Yes.
And when you do babies before books, it's going to hinder your sports. It's going to be a barrier to your sports. But then when you keep in school, you're able to be in sports
for a longer
period. Yes.
And I'm sure you've had a few friends who have dropped out of
yes,
of
I've
the
had
sport
them,
because of early pregnancies.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
I've talked to a few of them, but then I think it's the environment where they come from. Maybe they don't have the
Is it the same environment that you come from, but you're different?
Yeah, I'm different. I've seen it through, and I think it's the environment.
Okay.
It starts from home, and they don't have
Guidance.
that guidance. So they get up.
They get carried away.
They get
distracted.
Yes. Because we have few time for training.
Yeah.
So when we are done with training, everyone goes home. Everyone goes somewhere else.
Yeah.
You don't know who so and so has gone where. Maybe home, maybe club,
But
maybe you cannot know.
Yeah.
But the time that you spend with them during training, during game, it's the only time you can talk to them. You sit down with them and you're like, this, don't do this, don't do this. Those who can listen are still in the game. Yes, are still in the game. But those
whose circumstances have been way beyond them, they've fallen into the trap of early pregnancies. And have they come back to the sport?
Some of them have come back because we have kept on calling them. You can still play the game even if
you're a young mother, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. You can still get fit and come back into the game and even play better.
Yeah.
There are some who have come back and they have
actually played better than before.
They are playing better than before.
They are more focused.
Yes.
Okay.
Most of them have realized that was a mistake. Maybe I was blinded, maybe, and they've come back and they're playing the game.
Wow, that's encouraging. So books before babies.
Yes.
Wow. And to our dear viewers, that's all we had time for today. I want to thank Samiya for her time. Congratulations on this prestigious award.
Thank you.
We'll continue to advocate for an improvement in how coaches relate with female athletes with regard to motivational factors. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time, God bless you.